We're not going to do a gear review. We're going to do a long-term review of a gear review, if that makes sense. Right, roll the intro, let's get into it. Yes, on the 19th of August 2019, I bought a new pair of Wellington boots. I actually bought these. The Under Armour Hogzilla Reaper Ridge, whatever. Honest thoughts, they are an absolute dog turd, absolute crap. And I'm going to run through and show you why they're absolutely crap. Now, these were expensive, these weren't cheap. So to have something that you lay out, you know, like 120 quid for, then postage on top, and for it to be as much of a turd as it is, it's actually a real kick in the slats, you know, it's not fun. So let's run through the problems I have with the boot. The seams, these seams here, and these seams that run down the ankle, you can actually see, you see that white line? That's the glue that's meant to hold the seams together. And it's run right the way up the top of the boot. Now I have big calves. I used to play rugby for years and years and years. So I have, you know, big legs. Didn't expect the big legs or just sort of general day-to-day walking to split the spine of the boot. Another problem I had, the grab handle. You go to grab the handle and pull your boot on, and all that does is separate this bit from the neoprene. So pulling your boot on pulls the damn thing apart. Footwear fits the actual sole of it. Is, you know, it's adequate, it's fine, it's, you know, it is what it is. But what good is it when you can't go any deeper than about there? Because the spines at the back of your foot have all busted and leaked. So, not waterproof. I'm a pike angler, so I fish all the time in the winter. And the requirement for a boot for pike anglers is that it is waterproof and warm. This boot does not have waterproof ability. You go any deeper than an ankle and you are getting soaked. I don't understand the boot. You see, they've got like this. This is just a normal fork. This is hard. This is hard. And then they have like a layer in between the two boots. This bit here, which is like stupidly soft. You know, soft. Don't understand that. See, when you're walking on wet ground, it's like you're walking with water in your boot because all you hear is the squish, 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 squish. Now you might say, well, that's just because you're walking on wet ground. Well, actually, no. I'm going to put the fork down in case anyone thinks I'm threatening them with the fork. Go from wet ground where the boot might be sodden to concrete, paving slabs, jetties, something like that, and you still hear the squish, squish, squish. Maybe a minor thing, but friggin' hell, it gets annoying. It really does after a while. I'm disappointed with the quality of these boots. I really am. Recently, another fault that I have found with the boots is that the heel, this bit here, this bit of green bit here, I've had to use epoxy glue, 5-minute epoxy glue, to glue it back to the actual boot. So, Under Armour, if you're out there and you're looking at this boot thinking, well, we sell them to duck hunters and to other hunters and to fishermen all over the world and everyone loves them. No. Serious failings in quality the boot shouldn't separate from the Wellington boot. This bit, the sole shouldn't separate. All in all, I'm very, very disappointed, and I would not recommend these boots. I mean, you're not going to be able to see inside the boot, but when I run my hand inside it, you can feel the bits of neoprene. They've all come apart right the way down this spine of this boot. You know, right the way on the inside of this, the two neoprene bits that are meant to be sewn together, they're kind of sitting apart. So the only thing that's waterproof in the boot, you know, is the glue. And well, there you go, there's a better example there. You can see that the rubber spine comes off of the boot. So, Under Armour. You need to have a word with yourself, because these are going in the bin. I've had them, like I say, since August 2019. And although this year's been a bit strange, what with COVID lockdowns and all that sort of nonsense, I've still worn them. You know, I still went out and, you know, wore them, and not just fishing scenarios. I've worn them for, like, you know, gardening, walking through the garden. And, you know, they're just no good. Now I'm left with boots that are rubbish. So they're going to go to the bin, going to be recycled into whatever they can be recycled. So this is just a short video to say that if you're out there looking for boots, Wellington boots for pike angling or for hunting or for any sort of activities in the cold water, swerve the Under Armour Reaper, Ridge, Hogzilla, whatever they call them. Give them a serious miss, because they are an absolute dog turd. Okay? Cheers, guys.